This was the one that you could go to, wasn't it? They had like an actual like LAN event, didn't they? But I think for people who couldn't make it could sign up to it as well. So let's have a little look at this then, chat. All right, let's see. Let's have a look. Information on the first day of offline testing in China. I've summarized the key points about Ananta's first day of offline testing based on information shared by Chinese users across various social media platforms. If anyone has additional information or corrections, please feel free to share. Now, of course, take this with a pinch of salt, because sometimes when I do these videos from Reddit, people love to like get really twisted about that the information's not 100% correct. You know, come on. Fucking think. Anyway, the overall opinion seems to be unanimous that the game was not a PV fraud. Okay, that's good to hear. But rather the game content was exactly as seen in the PV. Okay, positives. In general, the report indicates that the work is more ambitious than previously expected. Well, that's good to hear. The only problem that can come with that, double-edged sword, can be amazing, but when you're a little too ambitious, can come with a lot of problems, can't we? Thinking of Star Citizen there. One, at the game start screen, players can choose between single player and multiplayer modes. 2, there are no stamina restrictions for movement. Ooh, okay, is that catching on? And the game features both vehicle driving and Spider-Man-like traversal methods. See, this was a big factor. Obviously, I know we saw like the web swinging, but there definitely looks like a lot of Spider-Man DNA in this game. Not just the traversal, but you know when we saw the little bit of combat where he was in the construction site going around the girders, that's all straight out of Spider-Man, that is, like, in my opinion. Hey, Kathy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Right. Unlike GTA, players cannot attack NPCs. I think that was, you know, I assume that anyway. Come on, it's a Chinese gacha game. It's not like you're going to be able to pick up hookers, murder them, and then go and have a shootout with the police, is it? Like, I don't think that's what they're going for, personally. However, there's extensive object interaction, which we did see. Players can carry NPCs. Oh, okay, that's cool. Take away chairs. NPCs are sitting on. Okay. Grab NPCs' phones. Okay, that's interesting. Though NPCs resist you if you try to steal them. So we can't beat people up, but we can mug them. Okay, kind of cool. You can knock an NPC smartphone out of their hands and peek into its contents. Wow. It is possible to spy on a vast history of chat logs, leading to speculation that AI-generated technology might be in use. Gotta be. Interesting. So what, do you have to pick up the phone? Or they're going to do like a sort of Watch Dogs thing where, like, you know, when you can kind of like peek into their activity almost. Interesting. That's kind of crazy, actually, when you think about it. Like, what would be the reason for that? Unless maybe it's something that's used in some missions where you need to get some information from people, so you have to go around and find information. That'd be kind of cool if they do that. Interesting choice to be able to do that, though. That's kind of crazy, isn't it, really? NPC density varies depending on the location. Right, okay, because this was one of the big factors that I said in that initial trailer. You know, when we saw like trying to commandeer the car, there was a lot of NPCs in the street, and like when I was looking at it, I was like, dude, like that's a lot of NPCs for like PC. I cannot see that being like that on mobile. If it's on mobile, you know, people saying, well, it hasn't been announced, but it's expected that this is going to be on mobile. I would think anyway, you know, with it being a Chinese gacha game, anime gacha game. There are no character or weapon gacha systems. Interesting. So I'm assuming that's just because it's the test. They typically don't have the gacha systems in, do they? Unless it's just to test the system. So I would imagine that's just because of the test. That's, you know, I wouldn't imagine that's indicative of the game, because that'd be crazy. Unless there's some different gacha system, but I'm assuming that's just because of the test. Subway transportation is available. All minigames shown in the PV are implemented, including mahjong, fitness activities, and basketball. Okay, so we can actually go to the gym then. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that'll be a sort of a daily thing that can maybe give you materials or some sort of something to put to your stats, like, you know. It'd be kind of cool, that would. We saw the basketball as well. Didn't we see them playing darts as well? I'm pretty sure we did, didn't we? Characters can make video calls to each other. Interesting. What, like with the team members, I'm assuming. Okay, definitely getting a little bit GTA there, right? Characters have customizable outfits with clothing compatibility between characters of the same gender. Wow, okay. For example, once you obtain a swimsuit, it can be worn by all female characters. Parts of each costume can be disassembled and combined freely. That is kind of insane if that's true. That is kind of insane. I wonder if that'll be something that's there when the game comes out. You know, to being able to interchange outfits for characters. That's kind of crassy. And disassembling them to combine the items, like, independently as well. That's like a next level of customization, really. That's like MMO sort of customization, isn't it? So that's very interesting. I'm curious to see if that's something that'll get to the final game, or at least won't be put behind some sort of gacha system anyway. But even if it is, the fact that you can move the outfits, you know, disassemble them is kind of cool. Many buildings and shop can be entered seamlessly. Though some locations require loading screens. That's fair. I'm okay with that. There are reports of an AI conversation system with NPCs similar to other NetEase games. No, this is only confirmed by one leaker, so I cannot verify this with certainty. Okay, we're talking leaks here. There is also a story that a bonus only. There is also a story that, as a bonus, only in the test version, the female characters were not wearing spats, and one could see their underwear. All right, okay. I guess that's good for us gooners. As a supplement, the white action has been improved and actually hooks into the buildings with every swing. Okay, that's cool. Definitely for the people who, you know, some people do have issues when your grapple hook just grabs into thin air. They're not a fictional representation of a wire suddenly hanging down from the air. Okay. Regarding criminal behavior, well, you cannot harm NPCs. There is a vehicle requisition system implemented that allows you to take any vehicle in the city. You can collide with other vehicles, but this accumulates crime points, and when it reaches 100%, you are forcibly arrested and taken to the police station. In other words, unlike GTA, you don't engage in shootouts with the police. Okay, so you can get arrested, though. That's kind of interesting. I wonder how you'll be punished in that regard then. That's kind of cool though. I like that. You can actually watch movies at the cinema in the game. Okay, we're definitely leaning into like the GTA Red Dead Redemption stuff with that, aren't we? The movie content was produced by university students. That's pretty cool as well. Information also exists that a dating system will be implemented, which will allow the users to play amusement parks, games, sports, etc. with the characters. So it definitely seems like if this is true, obviously, gotta take this with a pinch of salt. This is somebody posting something in Reddit that they've heard from other people. You know, we can't validate this at all. But we can say if this is true, these sound like some interesting systems. Obviously, one for the waifu hunters here, in regards to having a dating system. You know, little things like going to watch movies, cool little life sim stuff. There's some like life sim stuff in here. I think the idea of changing the outfits is kind of cool as well, and disassembling them is kind of interesting. The gacha system's probably just because it's a test. You know, the idea of single player and multiplayer mode, I'm assuming is that co-op then? Or is it going to be like an actual like GTA multiplayer mode where you can load into a lobby where there's like, you know, a dozen or so people in the lobby? That'd be kind of interesting if they did have something like that. But if they did have something like that, this game needs to make bank, because that would probably be expensive to facilitate and keep going, wouldn't it? So NPC density varies. Okay, the mini games look cool. Yeah, man, it definitely looks like it's got like the slice of life stuff in it, doesn't it? The life sim stuff. But I like the idea that we can commandeer all cars. That's cool. And I guess we can be a bad boy and get arrested, so you can smash into other people. It doesn't say whether there's damage though, does it? I can't remember. Did we see any damage to vehicles within the trailer? I don't think we did we? I don't think we did. No character or weapon gacha yet, right? Yeah, of course. 100% skin gacha. I would think so. If you're going to be allowed to do that, there's got to be some sort of skin gacha, I would think. But yeah, you know what? Hey, if any of this is true, or all of it, or even part of it, there's some cool systems here. Some cool systems. Interesting about this AI system in regards to being able to look into people's phones. That's a really interesting mechanic to add into the game for nothing. So I feel like that's got to have some sort of reason, you know, within story missions or something, right? Because that would be weird to just be like, yo, you can look through people's phones. What, you look for dick pics or something? You know, like what's the deal with that? So I'm thinking it's got to be something related to a quest, and then you can just do it whenever you want, I guess, just for the fun. Maybe find some weird stuff in there that's written by AI. That'd be interesting. But anyway, okay. Information on the first day of the offline testing in China. As soon as I know more, we'll look into more as well. Let's just have a look here if there's anything else. No. Okay. All right, there you go then. That's off Reddit, of course, so I'll take it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, what do you guys think of all of these little bits of information then? And hopefully we get some freaking gameplay soon then. We might have to scour YouTube as well later to see if there's any stuff released that we can actually look at. Because obviously I'm not going to be dealing with leaks. This is just people talking about stuff, so I'm fine with talking about stuff. But we're not going to actually like repost any actual like leaks or gameplay that's not officially been released just yet. But yeah, looking forward to this, man. I'm still hyped.